He is accused of killing this Martin County couple and nearly killing a Good Samaritan.
Now, after several court appearances and a Dr. Phil interview, Austin Harrouff's lawyers want the insanity defense.
But what does the insanity defense really mean, and how hard is it to prove? News Channel 5's Alyssa Hyman joins us now with a breakdown of that law. Alyssa?
Well, Kelly, the case is much more difficult for a jury who is eventually picked to hear the evidence. Is Austin Harrouff guilty or not guilty, or is he something in between? I talked with a criminal defense attorney who said the trial will be more like a battle of the mental health experts.
This story has been unlike any other from the very start. A 19-year-old frat kid from FSU accused of attacking at random, stabbing John Stevens and Michelle Mishcon to death and attacking their neighbor, Jeff Fisher. When deputies arrived, they discovered Austin Harrouff biting the face of one of the victims.
I think from the beginning, everybody looked at this as a mental health issue or a drug issue or both.
Toxicology results seem to rule out the question of drugs. Now Harrouff's defense team plans to argue he was insane at the time of the crime.
You're hoping to negate the intent that the government is relying on in prosecuting your client for this homicide.
Court records show the defense plans to bring in a doctor from Cleveland who will testify Harrouff was suffering from a full-blown psychotic episode. The state will likely have their own expert who will do his or her own examination of Harrouff to argue otherwise.
They've got to find experts that are going to rebut what the defense expert says.
But that's not the only way an insanity defense changes the course of this case. If it goes to trial, the jury will now have more verdicts to consider. They could choose a lesser charge or find him not guilty by reason of insanity. Either way, criminal defense attorney Greg Lerman says it will be a challenge for Harrouff's team.
To get jurors to understand that mental health is a real issue with individuals and that people are simply not responsible for things they do when they suffer from mental illness.
So is it possible to have such a sudden onset for such a bizarre mental health episode? Well, we have our own mental health expert ourselves weighing in on that question, all new at 6 o'clock. Kelly, back to you.